Question 1. Are combo exercises like bicep curls and lunges effective?
No.
Next question.
Yeah. So I feel like the couple variations that I think of in terms of like combo exercises are like this one, like a bicep curl to a lunge or vice versa. And then one I see a lot is like a bicep curl to shoulder press.
Yes.
If you can curl a weight up, it's way too light to be pressing over your head.
Or on the flip side, if you can press a weight up, it's probably too heavy to curl.
100%. And if you can curl, and then so if your shoulders are stronger than your biceps, which they are, because in a bicep curl, you only have your bicep working. That's the only muscle. Maybe some of the forearm muscles as well.
Those are stabilizers.
For sure. And then you get a little bit of front delt, but regardless, a bicep is doing a tremendous amount of work during that exercise. On a shoulder press, you have your front delt, your side delt, your rear delt. If you're standing, you have more rear delt. You have triceps. Like, you have a lot going on then. So you have a lot more muscles active. It's a compound movement compared to an isolation movement. So you definitely need to be using different weights. Let your bicep curls be curls. Let your shoulder presses be shoulder presses. And your legs, you can lunge a lot more weight than you can shoulder press. I guarantee you that. So,
let alone bicep curl.
Yes. So unless you're doing fucking 20 reps each leg, then you should. But
even still.
Even then, yeah. I think most of those combo movements are useless. Just superset them. Do bicep curls and then a shoulder press. Do bicep curls and then a lunge. Even renegade rows. Right? So a renegade row is when you're in a tall plank in a push-up position, and then you're doing a row with the other hand.
So you have dumbbells, and you have the dumbbells on your hands.
Yeah.
You're holding on to the dumbbells.
I've seen some people do them with one hand on the floor, the other hand just one dumbbell. It's the same shit either way.
Interesting.
Right? Same shit. But the thing is, you're half-assing a plank. Hips are probably moving everywhere. Probably not bracing very well. And if you're doing that really well, let's just say you are. You probably aren't. If you are, now your rows probably suck. You're probably using a lot of bicep, shoulders probably dipping forward a little bit. And that's not always the case. But the thing is, you end up doing both things kind of half-assed. So not only that, but the weight you're using for the row is going to be way lighter than it could be. So what if you just did a max tension plank and then do your rows? Or vice versa? I mean, imagine if we were trying to sit here and record this podcast and scroll on Twitter or Instagram at the same time. That'd be really fucking hard.
It'd be really hard.
It would be a terrible podcast. No one would listen to it.
And we wouldn't retain anything from Twitter.
No. We would not be able to keep up on all the Aaron Rodgers drama. So basically, focus on one thing at a time. Don't fall for these movements because they look cool on Instagram. That is the one positive of those exercises, though. They do look good for the gram.
I will say, though, just to counter that, there are some combo moves that are beneficial for athletes that are very specific to their sport and whatever adaptation they're trying to do. And that's where I see it go onto Instagram.
Yeah.
Where you see an athlete doing it because it's something specific to their sport, which chances are the trainer that's having them do that is having them do it for a cool video, and it has nothing to do with that. But just to play devil's advocate here.
Branding 101.
Right, exactly. And then, a high school athlete sees that and they're like, oh, what was the Derrick Henry. Did you see that video of him doing a push-up with a band? So he had a band like on the squat rack.
I've done those for a primer before bench.
Yeah, so he was doing that, but he also had his feet up on a Swiss ball.
Dude, I don't understand why.
And he had a chain around his neck. Right, because it looks fucking cool on Instagram, and people see that and they're like, oh my God, Derrick Henry's a freaking athlete. It's like, yes, he's an athlete, but not because he's training like that.
Yeah.
But then a high school kid sees that and they're like, oh, if Derrick Henry's doing that, I should be doing that too. And then they throw it in there. One, the intention. Again, I don't know what this trainer's program was for Derrick Henry. I don't know what that involved. But a high school athlete sees that, and it's monkey see, monkey do, and they just do it without the intention and the stimulus, the adaptation that they're trying to get for Derrick Henry.
The purpose behind the movement.
Exactly.
Because it could have been teaching skills, right? It could have been focusing on breath work taking time through reps, things like that. I do think most things done on a Swiss ball are fucking stupid.
Yes.
There's a video of Bryce Harper. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a baseball player.
I don't live under a rock.
Well, I don't know. A lot of people who don't keep up on baseball might have no idea.
But
who he is.
he's like a whatever.
He's a big name guy. Yeah. But he was doing a squat on a Swiss ball.
Standing on it.
Yeah. And so
I mean, that's a recipe for disaster.
why would you do that? It's just risk reward. You're getting paid millions of dollars. Do you really want to fucking tear your ACL or fuck your ankle up doing a squat on a Swiss ball, or do you want to screw it up fucking running over a catcher? Yeah, I don't know. Take your pick. Best case scenario would be just don't fucking pull out your leg, right?
Right.
I do think if I had to pick one combo move that I actually do like, I'll give two here. First one would be like a landmine, a rotation to shoulder press. So you essentially start off and you do a row, and as you row, you rotate, and then you catch the end of the barbell in your other hand and press up. I don't mind those for like kettlebells either.
But again, you're training athletes probably.
Yes, that is focused on explosive power. And I will say this, you would get, because it's such a hard and it's a difficult movement, it's very complex to teach, most people would be better off doing a power clean, right? The reason I like that one is just because it's a way to switch things up if you're doing a lot of power cleans. But the power clean should be prioritized ahead of that if the point is to be explosive, right? We could go way in on that.
Yeah.
That's just something I like because it's kind of fun. Another one would be it's also on a landmine, where I'll have like one hand doing a push up, and then I'll have a bumper plate on the landmine, and I'll do like an ab roll out with one hand as I'm doing a push up with the other hand. I like that when I'm doing core, maybe on like a push day or something like that, because it kind of burns out the chest and I get a little bit of ab work in there. But when I include movements like that, you just have to understand the purpose of it. And for me, I did those movements and I've done them before. I don't do them right now because my main goal is powerlifting. So everything is centered around efficiency. When I'm not doing that and I'm just training to train and get stronger and look good, I might throw something like that in my program because I like it. Right.
But
so
also,
if you're not competing, maybe you have that in just because you like it, but you have to also understand this definitely is not the most efficient way to do it, but it's fun for me.
But do you hear what you just did there? You had a purpose and an intention behind why you were doing it. 99% of the people that do combo moves don't have an intention or purpose other than they saw it on Instagram. And they're like, I want to work on my biceps and my shoulders at the same time. So I'm going to do this in one movement.
Yeah. Well, don't be addicted. Maybe as their favorite influencer. You know?
Fuck, sorry.
Come on, man.
Unfollow them.
They had discount codes in their bio though.
Oh, yep.
They had the blue check. Oh shit.
Fuck.